My name is Craig, and following a very bad snowboarding injury over 10 years ago, I've suffered a lot with lower back pain, and I also had a head injury at the same time and struggled with tension in my shoulders. Over the last 10 years I have moved into working on finding about my true self, who I really am. And on that journey I read an article in a magazine about Atlas Prophylax and instantly knew within me that I had to get it done. And within the space of 3 weeks I had met someone who had actually had it done and who was highly recommending it, and also met someone who knew of someone who actually did Atlas Prophylax. So I found myself within 3 weeks of reading an article and knowing that I needed to get it done, with a practitioner getting it done. And synchronicity and coincidence feature strongly in my life, and more so as time progresses. When I experienced the Atlas Prophylax, it was quite an intense experience, and I didn't feel hugely different immediately, but I did have a sense of change. I felt taller and I could feel myself standing straighter, and also less tension in my shoulders, which I suffered with quite a lot. Now I'm kind of talking 3 months from I've had the treatment, and in that time physically I've noticed a huge change in my lower back pain. Mostly I would suffer when driving, and previous to the treatment I would have to get out of the car after maybe 1 hour's drive and have a stretch and just a bit of a break. But now I was driving for 7 hours last week and didn't suffer any pain. In fact, I completely forgot that I suffered from pain. It was only afterwards when someone asked me that I realised I'd driven without having to stop. So it's very quickly assimilated physically. Emotionally, I have found myself in experiences and having opportunities to delve a lot deeper into my heart space, and whether it's coincidence or through a series of synchronistic events, which, as I explained earlier, do feature a lot in my life, but more so now, I have tapped into a deep well of emotion that I've been unable to access. Now, it could be, I'm not saying it is the Atlas, but I definitely feel that that was a big factor in where I am now and how I'm feeling within myself and who I am. It's something that I knew within me I had to get done, and my sense emotionally and also physically, although I have had amazing results in such a short space of time, is that my physical body has held that tension for a very long time, and as time unfolds that tension is relieving, and I feel that relief. But I also know there is more balance to come, that my body is returning to the structure and form that it was intended to be, and the tension that was holding it out of alignment is releasing, and still is releasing.